Hey guys, it's lotsaSquirrels here with a game called Acceptance. This is an indie game that I found through my roommate's list of video games, and it's a very heavy-handed visual novel about gender and being trans. And I am non-binary, and I've already played through this game once. I actually tried to record it once already, and Loilo didn't actually record. So we're doing this again. And so this game is supposed to be very heavy-handed, so we're going to go through it. I'm going to be reading it out loud. So you guys get to hear me talk a lot. So, some days are worse than others. That's just the way it is. Gender here is treated as binary, which of course it isn't, and gender is not binary. There are a multitude of genders and non-genders and things like that. I identify as non-binary. I'm non-binary trans. I don't have a particular gender, I'm just non-binary. So we're just gonna get right into this. Warning: branches of the story may contain certain triggers. There are triggers for sexual assault and suicide within the story. The story is specifically for you. Yes, you. As such, I need to ask you, the reader, a very important question before we start. Okay, before I click again. So, this game features all the very heavy-handed, very triggering things with sexual assault and misgendering and harassment and suicide. So if these things bother you, please, for your mental health, if you don't think you can handle it, do not watch this video. Do not continue to watch this video. I will not be upset. Your mental health is more important than you watching my videos. Okay? So, needs to ask me a very important question. Are you a man or a woman? Since I'm trans non-binary, I actually use he, him, his pronouns. I don't use she, her, hers at all. Like, ugh, don't call me those pronouns, please. So I'm going to select man, since those are the pronouns that I use. So, you're a man. No, you're not. You might think you're a man. You might have always thought that you were a man. I'm sorry, but you're a woman. You're a woman, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you learn that fact. You'll eventually give up. You'll eventually resign yourself to your fate. You'll eventually accept that you're, at your core, just as much of a woman as you look like to the rest of us. You'll accept that you're the woman the world tells you that you are. You take a look in the mirror. The face in front of you is not your own. You see a woman with soft, curvy features who'd probably be considered cute or pretty by most standards if you'd only kept that long hair. You see a woman. You do not see yourself. You feel an unbelievable disconnect between the woman facing you in the mirror and the very core of yourself. She's not ugly as such, but she's not you. She couldn't be further from you. You couldn't feel further apart from each other. You. When it pops up blue, that means that I'm me, my character, is talking. I guess it's time to face the day. You proceed with your daily routine. You head to the bathroom for a quick shower, avoiding all the feminine-scented products you've yet to throw out, and settling for plain soap. And aside, feminine-scented products are amazing because feminine-scented products are bullshit. Gendered products are bullshit. If it weren't for the fact that for some bizarre reason any product that is a feminine scented product, like a woman's soap, woman's shaving cream and all that good stuff, if it weren't for the fact that it's actually more expensive, I would just buy it all the time because it smells amazing. Dude products smell like garbage, but they're cheaper I think some of the only dude products that don't smell like garbage, dude products, quotes, is like Old Spice, which I use Old Spice deodorant because it, Wolfthorn, the one that I use, smells like fruit and it's amazing. I love it. But so, yeah, feminine scented products smell really good and plain soap is gross, but we're going to keep going. Drying yourself off, you venture back to your room to start the morning binder dance, something I am very familiar with. A hip-wiggling, occasionally jumping routine trying to force 2 large breasts under 3 layers of medical-grade compression wear. This is something I'm very familiar with. When I was younger, I used to bind a lot because I was not comfortable with how I looked. Nowadays, I'm much more comfortable presenting quote-unquote feminine because I don't care. And not everybody has the luxury of not caring. I'm, I guess, to use this word, blessed enough to not suffer from dysphoria of the chest, which is where it feels like the fat lumps that exist upon your body just, they're wrong. They're too much there. They're too big. They don't belong. It is the worst feeling, and I've only experienced it once or twice, and it was a long time ago, and it is the worst, most miserable feeling in the world. I hate it. Dysphoria is terrible, and I do not wish it upon anyone, not even my worst enemies, because it's that bad. And so I used to wear binders all the time, binders that were a little bit too small for me because I'm heavy set, and getting binders for fairly inexpensive when you're heavy set and broke is the worst thing. Do not buy the Ancient Fish King brand binders. You will die. You won't actually die, but, like, they suck and they're painful. But, whew, I'm way too familiar with this dance. Thankfully, I can wear a sports bra and be fine because my boobs are, like, B size. So, after a few minutes of grunting, adjusting, and attempting to avoid a chest that still looks like a woman's, the rest of getting dressed can commence. Binders do this really fun thing where, like, they'll smush everything around weird, so it doesn't look like you have pecs. It looks like you have weird misshapen lumps. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun because you have to spend forever fixing and readjusting yourself. You dig through last night's clothing and extract what passes for a packing device. Something to make you feel you have something down below. And a lot of people who can't actually afford, actual legitimate packers use socks and rolled up underwear. There was a tutorial that went around that was fill up a condom with hair gel and then put it inside of another condom, put it inside of a plastic bag, and wrap that in some socks. And I never actually tried that method because I'm kind of afraid the whole thing would explode. It would look like my dick exploded. It would be funny, but awful. A bit of arrangement later, and you have something that looks like a package. This is me. I'm not nearly that skinny. Give up, stop fighting and accept, give up, stop fighting and accept, stop fighting. Nope, I'm gonna continue. You decide to head out for the day. There's a little cinema in town doing a single showing of your favorite film, Curse of the Golden Flower, which you couldn't possibly miss in all its huge screen glory. Now I just need a ticket. Cinema attendant, can I help you? One, please. Certainly. Do you have a discount card? Your discount card still says Catherine on it, and you really dislike people seeing that name if you can help it. That is what is referred to as a dead name. Dead names are the worst thing to call somebody because they remind that person of things that they have left behind, things that they don't want to think about anymore. My dead name is on a lot of my things because getting my name changed legally where I live is very hard and expensive. And so when people refer to me by my dead name, I feel this crushing sense of like, this person doesn't care about me. They don't care about me as a person. They don't see me as a person. They see me as, like, I don't know, like a dog or something. Like, not a person. Just an a toy, an object, a thing that they control, that I don't control myself, and I hate it. I hate it so much. It is the worst feeling. Don't call people by their dead names, ever. Unless if they ask you to, like, say somebody's family is not accepting of them, and they ask you, please, call me by this name when we're around them so that I don't get hurt. Or around people who don't know. I've had to fight with my mom about certain things, like, she will constantly, like, refer to me with my dead name and the other pronouns around people who know, and then turn around and refer to me as the name I go by now, which is Sean. It's actually my middle name. I like that name. It's my favorite name. Sean, and my actual pronouns, the pronouns that I like using, are around people who have no idea. And I'm like, don't do that, Mom. You live in the South, a place where that is exceedingly dangerous. She did it while I still lived there. And it was exceedingly dangerous. Because I don't know, even though my mom is friends with these people, I don't know what they think. I don't know what their opinions are on these issues, on this thing that is so important to me. And it scared me, and it still does. Let's keep going. You really need to order a new one. I don't. That'll be full price then. You grab a drink and some popcorn and head in, grabbing yourself a great seat. I'm sorry. I have no idea where that cough came from. I'm so sorry. About an hour in, you really need the bathroom. You don't mind missing a few minutes of the film. You know it inside and out anyway. Which bathroom will you choose? I can go in the men's restroom, I can use the handicapped family restroom, or I can use the women's restroom. Let's try this one. Let's try for the disabled toilets. Ugh, it's locked. I guess I need to go ask someone for the key. Hey, mate. Can I have the key to the disabled toilet? The bathroom is reserved for people with a physical disability. Do you really need the key? This is starting to smell like a discrimination lawsuit. Whoa, alright. Have the key. Bloody jumpy weirdos. Sweet, peaceful relief. Here you go. The key for the disabled toilet. Thank you for returning the key, miss. You head back and watch the remainder of the film. It's a great film, but you're distracted. The discomfort that you face sticks stronger in your head than you would like. This is what is referred to as a microaggression, when somebody calls you, like, it's obvious you are trying to present as something that is not what they think. You are trying to look very masculine, you're trying to look very feminine, one or the other, something that isn't what they think you are. And they call you sir, or ma'am, miss. The worst is when people call me sweetheart. People I don't know. These are microaggressions against trans people because they make us feel incredibly uncomfortable and incredibly unsafe. Even if we're in possibly the safest place imaginable, that one word can ruin everything for us. I'm going to continue. I'm not going to accept. You've had enough after the bathroom incident and leave pretty quickly. You're a bit fed up, a bit stressed. You decide you'd rather get some exercise and work off those emotions than wallow in them. Go swimming, go to the gym. Let's go to the gym. You decide to head home before heading to the gym to get changed. Sure, it's an hour's round trip to do that rather than the 5-minute walk to the gym, but you'd rather not go through that whole pick a gender binary bollocks again. An hour or so later, you arrive at the gym, already in your workout clothes. You're in a pair of baggy tracksuit trousers, a sports bra with a binder over the top, and a baggy t-shirt. For the love of God, don't do this. Just wear the sports bra. Get one that fits incredibly well, please. Because exercising in a binder can be very dangerous if you're not careful. And doing it with both on is even worse. They make binders that you can exercise in. Please get one of those. Do not exercise in a regular binder. It can hurt you, and please, just please. Binders can crush your ribs. They can crush your lungs. They can give you permanent bruising and permanent scarring. You've packed a baggy hoodie just in case. If people start making a fuss about your gender, throwing on the hoodie at least means people are more likely to notice that you want to be seen as male, even if you're less comfortable working out in it. You spend some time on the treadmill with headphones on, running faster than you probably should. You jump on one of the exercise bikes and throw yourself into one of the programs, the resistance really pushing you to your limits. You decide to finish off the session with a boxing class. Maybe having a fight with a punch bag will take your mind off the way today's been going. You head into the class and begin to attack the punching bag, noticing the occasional stare back at you. Not sure why, you continue your jabs. Okay, this is a little weird. More and more people are looking your way. Finally, someone speaks up. Boxing instructor. This is a men-only class, right? Yeah, of course. Then why are you still here? It hits you. You forgot. Yep, you forgot that in spite of the fact you're male, have always thought of yourself as male and never considered yourself anything but male. The world disagrees with you. You're not welcome here. It's a bit too late to switch into something that makes your gender presentation more obvious, so you just turn and walk away. Today has been a bit of a waste. No use trying to salvage it from here. No, I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to give up. You want to go home. Question is, do you head home the busy way through the high street, or do you take the longer but less populated route home to avoid more issues? When I played this the first time when my recording didn't work, I did the less populated route. Let's try the busy high street. You decide to head home via the busy high street. People are usually too preoccupied with their own lives to pay you much attention. The problem? Today's just not your day. Today, the universe is determined to prove to you that, despite everything you have ever felt about yourself, you are really a woman. The universe isn't going to let you have an easy day today. As you're walking down the high street, you notice a vague feeling of dizziness accompanied with shortness of breath. Carry on walking, trying to breathe deeply against the binder. Barely 10 steps later, you black out. Coming to, you notice that your chest feels freer. Your hands jolt to your chest to discover someone cut your binder open to let you breathe properly. Someone is kneeling next to you. Hang on. Apologetic man, are you okay? Can you breathe all right now? You fainted in the middle of the street. Okay, what happened to my vest? I had to cut it open to help you breathe easier. I'm so sorry for ruining your clothes. It's okay. There's an ambulance on the way. Do you wait for the ambulance to arrive or head home straight away? Honestly, in this situation, you should wait for the ambulance because passing out from a binder means that something has gone wrong and that you need to be checked on to be safe because you could have cracked a rib. The ambulance crew arrives to look you over. Paramedic. You seem to be fine, but we'd like to take you to the hospital to check for anything that happened from the fall. You think back to the cinema, to your deep dislike for people hearing that stupid feminine name that follows you everywhere you go. You have the assumptions about your true gender that people make when they see or hear that name. You just want to go home. I feel fine. I just really want to go back home and rest. Okay, miss. Please do go to A&E if anything untoward happens. Thank you. There's no keep going. I don't want to stop fighting and accept. I want to keep going. Oh, I can go backwards. Did not know. I don't want to. I don't want to give up. I don't want to. I want to keep fighting. But it's not giving me the option. You're done. Today is too much for you. You can't get through another day like today. It's just not an option. You grab a few packets of pills, swallow them blindly, and lie in bed, tears running down your face. You awake in a panic. You're alive, and you're somewhat glad of this. You head for the hospital. You head down there feeling surprisingly undead. You head there hoping you could take back your choice from last night. You never wanted to die. That's not why you tried to kill yourself. You just didn't want to live the life you were living anymore. It's not that you hate life. You love living and are terrified of death. You're just scared of facing another day like yesterday. You don't want to give in and accept that you're a woman just because you keep being told you are one. You don't want to have to be scared in general everyday life. The doctors quickly see you and give you some kind of medication that they claim was to counter what you took. You know it's a lie. You know it's going to make you throw everything up. Sure enough, you empty your stomach. You're feeling hotter than ever. Your skin feels like it's on fire, and that fire is on fire. But you're alive. And as soon as you're able, you leave the hospital. Nobody knows you were there. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Hopefully I can find a world where I can just live my life. That is this is what we struggle with every day. This is what we do every single day of our lives as trans people, as non-binary people, as agender people, as anybody who does not fit the binary. This is what we live with. This is what we have to deal with. People constantly misgendering us, constantly violating our space, violating who we are. And there are other options in this game that are even worse than the route that I just took. And there have been days, just like the character in this game, where I have thought, I don't want this anymore. I don't want this paranoia, this anxiety, this fear, this distinct, massive fear of the world around me, and I just want it to stop. But if it stops, then I won't be who I am. I will be somebody I don't want to be, or I will be dead. And I don't want that, and I don't want that for anybody else. If there are so many things nowadays that can help you. Planned Parenthood, if you have it anywhere near you, even if it's an hour away, like it is in where I live. The only Planned Parenthood is an hour away from me. Planned Parenthood can help you There are organizations that can help you if you need somebody to talk to, need to have that safe space where you know everything that you say will be respected. I'm so lucky to have friends and to live with friends that accept me for who I am and use the pronouns that I want to use and know who I am. When I go home, I hear my dead name. I hear her, she, miss, ma'am, words I don't want to hear because it's a constant fight. Even when I'm presenting feminine, I can't just be up and say, no, that's not the word you need to use. That's not the pronouns that I use. Because if I wear a dress, even my mom, she'll be like, you're wearing a dress, does that mean you're not a boy anymore? And it's the worst thing to hear because she's wrong. There's no such thing. And please, if you watching this need someone to talk to, need to be able to get everything out, everything that's building up and bottling up, and getting closer and closer to you wanting to do something that you will regret, please, my Ask Box on Tumblr, my YouTube private messages, even in the comments, just, I am open and here for you. And other people are too. You're not alone. You are not by yourself. You are loved and you can and will be respected for who you are. Thank you guys. Thank you. If you stayed with this, thank you so much for watching through this entire thing. Thank you so much for being here and being alive and being you. Even if you're not trans, thank you for being you and for being a wonderful person for who you are. And keep being that way. Thank you so much for being here with me. I will talk to you guys in the next video. You are all amazing.